All right, y'all. It's time to have a little talk. We haven't done a little talk in a while. Let's just talk for a little bit. I think my kids going to bed. One probably gonna pop in here at some point. It is what it is. It's what they do. Y'all know how they do. But let's talk about this. All right. I made a post earlier today that said, let me read it. Read it to y'all. So some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Talking about taking a gig, even if you're scared. I know a lot of people deal with that. We're gonna talk about this, and usually I don't explain my posts. I just post it and then you just get it and you don't. But for this one, I'm like, let me go in a little bit deeper on this and talk about it a little bit. I said if someone asks you to do a gig that you're not confident in doing, the whole point of the gig is to boost your confidence. Take it. Now, some of y'all understand what I'm talking about, and some of y'all maybe don't. All right. And this is just, when you're starting out as a musician, sometimes you feel like you're just not good enough to do certain things, or you're not good enough to take certain gigs. So there's going to come a time when somebody's going to hit you up and be like, yo, I got this gig for you, man. Or somebody's going to recommend you to a major opportunity. And best be real honest. Okay. And you don't have to raise your hand if you don't want to, or you can if you do. But how many of y'all actually have felt like you weren't good enough for a gig that somebody asked you to do? All right. Because I know I was. This is the story of my musical life for real. Everything, almost every gig I've had, I didn't feel ready for. But y'all, that's the point, y'all. Like, you're not gonna ever feel like, if your goal is to get a big gig, you're not ever gonna really feel ready for. I mean, your first one. It's just not. It's not not your first one. You're always gonna feel like, oh man, what if this? What if that? So I'll give you an example. All right, and I'm gonna go through some of the questions that people were saying on my post about it too. And y'all can share this video and invite some musicians in that may want to hear this. Because I feel like people need to hear it, but nobody really talked about it. But y'all know me. I'm going to talk about stuff don't nobody talk about. But I was that person. And matter of fact, I'm still that person to this day. All right. I always get hit up for stuff that I feel like I'm not ready for. And one day I just took on a whole different mindset about it. But then if I'm looking back and forth, I'm on Instagram and Facebook at the same time. But yeah. But I remember the first time it happened. I got hit up by one of my music friends. He put me on to a gig. He told the person I was a great person for the job. I had never done anything like this before, but I didn't want to let him down, so I took it. And so that brings me to my first thing I saw somebody say. They said, well, what if you take it and it's a flop? What if you take it and you don't do that good, or something happens and it just don't turn out great? It's a good chance it could happen, but it's not really that bad. Okay, it happened to me. I got called to MD for an artist. I never MD for an artist before in my life. Well, he didn't really ask me to MD, but I was the only keyboard player, and I kind of had a lot of responsibility as we're doing the tracks and stuff, right? And I never forget, like, the first time we went out. It was the first time. And the artist came up to me after we performed, and he brought me into the back, and he chewed me out bad. He was like, you was recommended to me. I know you got it in you, because he wouldn't have said it. You did. No. You need to step up the game. You need to step up the plate. Do what you know you need to do. I mean, and he was right. He was right. But that made me better. That's the whole point. Had I not done the gig, I just would have never known. Like, you're not going to know how to treat a professional gig until you get a professional gig. You're not going to really know. Like, you can watch videos. You can watch all the YouTube videos you want. You're not going to know until you do it. And if somebody calls you to do it, just do it. Now, this is for the people who are genuinely displaying their real talents, right? Not fronting their talents, but really genuinely displaying their talents. Somebody saw you play and they want you to do something. Just do it. Okay. I took on the mindset of this. And this is just me. Because after so long, like, so after I got yelled at, they made me the MD. It was just the weirdest thing. I'm like, y'all gotta be kidding. Like, what I just did, I wouldn't make me the MD. I really wouldn't. But he did. And so that made me say, well, okay, I got to really step it up. So I never forget, we had another gig, and this was in a really, it was on TV, and I had to play for not only him, but another artist that I did not know, and they sent me the songs and everything, and I was running the stems for everybody. And during sound check, the second artist changed the key to all her songs up a half step and a tempo. And I had to change the tempo of the audio stems and the key on the spot within like 15 minutes before she got ready to do a sound check. And that was scary. And when it got time to play, I failed again. I didn't fail as bad as the first time, but I did fail, right? It is what it is. And I would take on the mindset, look, these people keep calling me back. Apparently I'm doing something right. And if they don't call me back, they just don't call me back. Which brings me to my next point. Because somebody said, what if they never call you back? And my answer to that is, because first of all, y'all know, ain't nobody spread, I'm talking about like, this is like in real music business. If you play on a gig and you do a decent job, or maybe you mess up, ain't nobody blackballing you and saying, don't ever use this guy because he sucks. It's not like that. Yeah, they may be like, I don't know if I use him, but it's not like your career is over. Go get better and prove yourself again. Period. People get blackballed because they do bad business, because they say the wrong things they don't need to be saying. They exploiting people. That's the reason why you get cut off from the industry. Not because you're just not as good. You know what I'm saying? There's a gig for everybody. Go back, get better, prove yourself, come back. But this is what I say, okay, what if you never get called again? But what's worse? Never getting called again or never answering the call in the first place? It's like, do you want to keep going year after year, feeling like, man, it's like you don't want to regret not taking it. Live life with no regrets. If it's okay if you mess up. You're gonna learn. That's what's gonna make you better for the next gig that you get. The gigs that's gonna come are just gonna keep getting better because that's what you're attracted. All right. So don't think that just because you mess up on your first big gig that the game's over. No, everybody, all those people messed up. Everybody that hired you, they messed up before. This ain't nothing new. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Don't let social media and what you see pressure you and make you feel like it's over. No, it's just go get better. Just go get better. And so it's better for them to never call you ever again than for you to never answer the call. I'm just saying. And this whole, I'm gonna wait till I get ready. And y'all, I have seen people literally get called by some of the biggest artists, and because they didn't feel like they was ready, they turned it down. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's how you never get called again. People that are trying to find folks for gigs, they're not thinking, let me call this guy that turned me down before. Maybe he'll do it now. You just don't think that. Like, no. You call the people that you call, they say, yeah, I'll do it. Okay. All right. So he was available. I'm gonna call him again. They're not itching to call you back to see if you're ready after you just told them you don't think that you're good enough for the gig. They just not, y'all. It's just, I promise you, they're not. I don't care what nobody say. You're not on their list to call back because they had a lot of faith in you that they thought enough to actually call you And then when you tell them, it's just like my dad always used to tell me way back in the day, if a woman ever tell you they not good enough for you, just run. It's almost the same way with gigs. If somebody tell you they not good enough for your gig, you are not going to call them again. It's just not. So that gig is gone. That one's gone. Unless you just really blessed. And you could be, you know. But the whole point of my post was saying your confidence is low. How do you think you're gonna build your confidence? You tell me how you gonna do it. With some likes on Facebook, you think that's gonna do it? You think practicing at home and never being in the real situation is gonna really make you not nervous when you get on the stage? No, the people that do it all the time still be nervous, so that ain't gonna do it. No, the only way you're gonna really build your confidence to take the gig is you gotta take the gig. That's how you build enough confidence to take the next one. Who knows, your first one could go great. Confidence booster. If it don't, go back and work. At least you know what you need to do. Because you're not really gonna know where you fail at or where your weaknesses are until you get in the situation. I saw somebody said, if somebody asks me about a gig and I hear it's a drum solo in it, I'm not taking it. Okay. Y'all know how many solos I bombed on a gig? I didn't even know they were gonna ask me to do a solo. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, why am I soloing on this song? Still got a call back. Gary, you all right. Trial and error. Just do it, y'all. Just do it. Just do it. Like, quit whining, quit complaining, quit acting like I can't. No, you a musician. You want to do the gigs. You gonna have to get in somewhere. Like at some point, you gonna have to just jump in there. Let me see if I see anything else somebody said on this post. Yeah. I don't know. I hope this helps somebody. I'm just trying to help somebody because I know, when I tell you I've been there plenty of times. I've definitely been there. I remember when my first time playing for Bishop Morton. Man, I was so scared. It was a conference. It was a whole bunch of people, and I had not one. They gave me a list of 40 songs that Bishop sings. 40. And he didn't tell me which one. No, I take that back. He did tell me what he was going to sing. On the way in the car to the church, he said, yeah, I'm going to sing this, and I'm going to sing this, and I'm probably going to sing this. And I want you to know, when he got up, he did not sing not one of those 3 songs and sung 3 totally different ones. And I just had to deal with it. And I learned that day. Thankfully, though, I was prepared because I practiced all them songs like he was about to do a concert just to be on the safe side. But that's just preparation. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm going to tell you how to really prepare yourself for a gig, all right? If you that, nervous about it or scared about it, somebody sent you some stuff. The goal is, say you got 2 weeks, all right, before the gig. They sent you 10 songs you got to know. Goal, what you need to do is set the gig date for a week before and practice like it's a week before the actual gig date. That's what you do. Okay? You'll be straight. You want to get even better? Learn the lyrics to the song. Once you learn the lyrics to the song, the music is there. It's just there. You don't ever have to worry about missing the cue because you know where they're going just by what they're saying. That's just another thing. But yeah, practice for the gig like it's a week earlier. If you only got a week, practice for a gig like it's 2 days earlier. Be ready 2 days earlier to play all the stuff. Don't wait until 2 days and then start practicing before the time. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, y'all, I don't know who needs to hear this. There's somebody out there. See, I'm one of those people. I was telling somebody today, I will do stuff just because I want to do it or whatever, or I think of something I want to do. But I'm a visual. I'm a visual, and I learn from other people's mistakes, and I learn from other people's experiences, right? And so when I hear somebody say something, and I see that they can do it, then that makes me want to do it. That's like me saying, man, like well, I can do that, you know. So I'm telling. So you may be one of those people that just never heard this before. Maybe nobody ever told you to just take the gig. Maybe nobody ever told you to that it's all right. It's not y'all. You're not going down. Your music career is not going to be over if your first major gig is not the greatest experience, or you don't do the best, or you get scared. It's okay. It's everybody. I guarantee you, if there are any professionals that's gigging with top tier artists right now, I guarantee you, they all can tell you of a time when they went down in flames. And some of them, it could have been last week. It could happen to the best, y'all. It can. Everybody just ain't gonna tell you this, right? Because everybody trying to, you know, no, it can happen to the best of the best. It just had them days, you know. But don't let it discourage you from getting out there, because the only way you're gonna get out there is you got to get out there. I'm just saying. So if you don't take it from nobody else, take it from me. Take it from somebody who every gig I done had. Yeah, I'm from the country, y'all. Y'all can't tell. I grew up around no musicians. None. Me and my brother. I didn't even know about playing with no band. Band? Organ and drums. What y'all talking about? You know, so yeah, I've been there, and I'm willing to share my transparency of what I've done throughout the music career, and the mistakes I've made, and I mean I can tell you, man, I can tell you a lot of times when I bombed bad, from church to the stage to at Six Flags to on tour to wherever. I got the stories. It's just part of life, y'all. You learn from it, and sometimes you get a call back, sometimes you don't. There's plenty of gigs, y'all. There is a gig for you. I guarantee you, there is no shortage of gigs out there right now, y'all. We're getting back to it. There's a gig for everybody. But while you sitting there being scared, somebody else is going out there killing it. I'm just saying. So just remember that. Ain't nobody trying to call you back once you say, I don't feel good enough to do this gig. Trust me. They ain't gonna be like, nah, man, you gotta do it. No. They're gonna be like, okay. Confidence, you go on with confidence, you practice, you reach out to your mentors, you get guidance, you know, whatever you need to do. But take the gig. Take it. Take the gig. That's about all I got to say. I appreciate all these hearts on Instagram. I don't know who's doing it, but I appreciate that. It's making me feel like I'm saying something. Appreciate it. But yeah, y'all ain't saying, okay, y'all are saying stuff on Facebook. Y'all ain't giving no hearts and nothing on Facebook. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but Instagram people, y'all going in. I appreciate it. Yeah. Word of the night. You right, Sean. Take the gig. I got about 10 minutes for some questions if y'all want. I'll answer y'all questions, whatever. I'll try to go between the two, Instagram and Facebook. Let me see if I can get closer so I can read. I got these contacts in. These contacts been in my eyes for a long time. But I can do that. Been doing that for a while. Let's see. What if you don't have a mentor? How can you find one? Woo, that's a good question. This is me personally. I feel like the mentor finds you. That's just me. That's just my belief. I feel like the mentor finds the mentee. The mentor sees the mentee and feels like that's a person that I'm willing to pour my time into to make sure they succeed in what they're trying to do and pour everything I know into them. Now, some people may not agree. You know, some people pay people to be their mentor, and some people get paid to be mentors. I just don't. I don't work like that. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like a mentor should find a mentee. That's how I feel. Yeah. Refresh tiers worth great for context. Thank you, man. This is great info. I'm not a musician, but I can use this info when I do my poetry. Yeah, y'all. Honestly, this goes for really. I say musician talk, but really, honestly, y'all, this goes for everything, y'all. Like from, I mean, I was scared to do an app. I just did it. Did I make some mistakes? Oh my goodness. Y'all don't have to pay to hear that story. No, but yeah, I did. But hey, y'all know the story. How can you get a shot with me as a drummer? That's a really easy question, bro. What's your take, bro? Go on the loosebycdub.com website, click on the What's Your Take tab, and participate in this week's episode. That's how you do that. Y'all already know that. If you haven't heard of What's Your Take, like I said, go on the Loose by C-Dub website, loosebycdub.com, and yeah, hit the What's Your Take tab. It's a show that I do every week, almost every week, every other week, where we showcase musician talent. Somebody said, what was the first big mistake you made at your first big gig? I think the first big mistake I think the first big mistake was probably with Isaac Curry at Six Flags. And I was running the stems, and they did this big introduction, and if I'm not mistaken, I either played the stems in the wrong spot, it was just missing the cue and playing basically the wrong song at the wrong time. After all that introduction, all that great standing ovation, and he had a hit song out and all that stuff, and I'm over here playing the wrong spot. That was one. Let's see, what's another one? I tripped on the stage one time in front of 5,000 people. That was a big mistake. That was my first, very, very first. That was like, I'm talking about taking it back. I think I actually got that video to like age 14. That was bad. Yeah. If music wasn't your life, what would you be doing? Well, my goal was to be some kind of sports player. I always wanted to go to the NBA, but it came to the time where my dad was like, "Y'all need to choose between music or basketball," and I chose music because the conflict between rehearsals and basketball practice, it was colliding, and we had to make a choice. So yeah. Do you ever get called to play for Bishop Morton anymore? It's been a while, so I'm gonna say no to that. I still do it, but for a minute he wasn't even traveling during COVID. That kind of just like slowed stuff down. But yeah, this is for me, man. That's the mentality I had until I just heard your sermon. I'm thinking different now. That's great, man. Like for real, that's what this is all about. Like I said, some people just need to hear it. Because, man, social media will have you just nervous. Like, and the thing is, I know a lot of y'all don't want to play some of these gigs because y'all know folks gonna have their phones out recording, and if you do flop, you don't want to be another meme. You don't want to be the next viral musician fail going down in flames video. I know, that's a lot of pressure. It is, and you can't even do nothing about it. Like, you really can't. They just gonna put you out there. The internet don't care. They don't. I know. But take the gig. Because somebody gonna take it. I'm just saying, it might as well be you. Take the gig, practice, make sure you prepared as much as you possibly can. But there are just sometimes they just throw stuff at you, man. Like, but if they feel like you're good enough to do the gig, do it. That's why they asked you. That's why they asked you. Have you ever forgotten your keyboard and equipment when it's time for you to go on the road? No, I haven't done that one. That's one thing I haven't done. Let's see. Let me look on Instagram. What y'all saying? I'm answering all the questions on Facebook. Anybody on Instagram got a question? I see y'all on here. But yeah, I hope this helps somebody. Will you be keeping this up? This is good. I mean, I'm down. I mean, if y'all want to have more musician talks like this, I'm down. Y'all know me. I will go places that nobody goes. I don't care. We can talk about all kind of stuff. Now that I don't even play for church like I used to anymore, I mean, I do it every now and then, but I don't play every Sunday or whatever. And y'all know how it is. And I'm not even talking about Bishop Church because that was literally the best church I've ever been on staff at. But like y'all know, there's some of us you can't talk about nothing that go on when you be fired. I'll be your voice. We can talk about what y'all tell me what y'all wish y'all could talk about, and I will voice it for you. I will do it because I can do it. I can. I'm gonna do it for you. I know y'all can't talk about why the preacher cut y'all off during shout music. I know, because you could possibly get fired for that. I'll talk about it. I will. I'll talk about it. I just let me know. Let me see what y'all saying. What are some ways to put yourself out there? It seems like the ones who are in front of people's faces don't share that info. Oh, well. So somebody asked basically how do you put yourself out there? Because the ones that are out there ain't telling nobody how they got out there. Ooh, it's a lot different now. But man, if you don't have any links of yourself playing, like you just pretty much, I mean, you got to at least have I know you got stuff at church, maybe with band or just candid stuff, but actually sit down and take the moment to just record something for the purposes of somebody that wants to, somebody inquiring about your talents, or maybe like for me, when I first moved to Atlanta, I just made a video. This is actually how my YouTube page started. If you go back to my YouTube page and scroll all the way back to through my videos, the first video I ever had, that's all I was ever planning on doing on YouTube. I did that one video just so I could get hired at a church. So I did that video and I went on Craigslist, searched for churches that were looking, for a musician, and I just sent them all that video. And that was it. And that's how I got hired. But then that video turned into another video, and turned into my YouTube page. Now, if I was never trying to get no subscribers and nothing like that, it was just that. But what I'm saying, even without church, just regular gigs, whatever, people want to see what you can do. And if you don't have anything online where somebody can just click a link and just watch you and learn about you, you at the bottom of the totem pole because everybody else got it. Another thing is your personality. People like to not only see what you can do, but what do you like? Like, what are you like? I tell people this all the time. I'm gonna say it again. Anytime I'm putting together a band, the very first thing I'm thinking about is not how good you can play. It's how do I feel like being around you? That's the first thing first. Out of all the musicians I know, who do I feel like being around? And then what's the, skill level and all that kind of stuff. And then after that, the availability, all that kind of stuff. But first for me, it's, man, if we finna go out of town and do a gig on Saturday, but we got to leave Friday and spend the night Saturday, or we got to leave early Saturday morning, and I got to be around you from 5 o'clock in the morning and an 8-hour or 5-hour drive to a sound check to a 2-hour wait in the green room to 2 hours on stage, you know, and then a 5-hour ride back. I just want to know, are you cool, man? Like, are we gonna give us? I mean, is your personality something I feel like being around? That's the very first thing. So sometimes if you show people your personality and you can play, that's like half the battle, man. Like, so yeah. I'm just kind of stuck in this mode where to start. Not looking for a handout, but I mean, those seem to rarely come anyway. It seems to be more of a liability game, and a lot of people are taking a chance on cats who don't have the popping name. I mean, the word. I mean, everything is the way social media is uh, just made everybody so accessible. Anything can happen. Just be consistent. Just be consistent, man. If you're posting videos of yourself playing, just keep posting them. Don't stop. Somebody will see it. I opened up a platform. I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to help like everybody. Open up a platform to showcase musicians that some people may not know. If you haven't heard of What's Your Take, and this is not an infomercial for What's Your Take. I'm just saying, y'all asking the questions, so I'm trying to tell you. What's Your Take? We on season 3. All right. If you go on my YouTube page, just type in the C-Dub brand, What's Your Take? You'll see all the different episodes we've done, but I showcase musical talent on there all the time. And some of these people on here right now, and they would tell you that they have gotten gigs from doing this. And please, y'all, don't leave me hanging. If y'all know you got to get, tell them. They on here. They've gotten gigs, they've gotten work, they've gotten celebrity artists hit them up because they watching, man. Like they really are. So yeah. Have you ever, as an MD, had to deal with a musician with a big ego and you had to fire him after the gig? At church I did once. That was kind of weird because they could have did it, but they made me do it. It's just weird, but yeah, that just is what it is. I mean, they told me to do it, so I had to do it. But let's see what's up. What y'all saying? Let's see. Yep, that's true. What's Your Take has opened up doors. See, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't just making this stuff up, y'all. I'm trying to you're asking for doors to be open. You asking how do I get out there? I'm trying to. I created a platform just for you, Like seriously. Yeah. Who else said something? Terry Connor said, I've gotten gigs and studio sessions from What's Your Take. See? Gary Smoot, I did. I got a few recordings out of What's Your Take. Also a brotherhood. Yep. Abraham Baker, What's Your Take has boosted creativity. I've been so stuck at just learning music that the creativity side has dwindled. And man, that is exactly why, man, that's for me too. Like, I had creating these tracks. This I promise y'all, it's just as tough for me to create these stems as it is for y'all to play to them blindly, because I have to hold myself back from doing the whole track. So I have to figure out how to do 20% of a track, or 50% of a track, or however much it is of a track, without finishing it. And it's tough, but it makes me more. This keeps my creativity going too as well. And so, yeah. Sometimes we just get stuck in learning songs, and y'all know how, especially if you're playing in church, these songs be sounding the same anyway. I'm not gonna get that deep into that, but y'all know. So yeah. But yeah. So what's the point of all of this, y'all? Take it from me. Take the gig. Take the gig. Just take it. It can lead to something else that you never thought that you would be doing, as it did for me. And y'all think I was planning on owning a software company? No. With music software, and no. But one thing led to this, And that led to that, and that led to that, which led to that, which led to that, and now I'm here. And it all started because I did that. First thing, and that was just do it. All right, I think I'm done. Done for the night. Hopefully this was encouraging to somebody. Hopefully somebody is, maybe your confidence got boosted. Maybe this is what you needed to hear. How long have you been playing now? I don't know, man. Since I was 5 or something like that. So that's, yeah. When's the What's Your Take album coming? 2022. Oh yeah, it's gonna be an album. It's gonna be a whole bunch of albums coming in 2022. Yeah. Heath Beam is speaking, everybody. Heath Beam is speaking. He said, What's Your Take has provided new friendships, working relationships, and an outlet to grow. We all encourage each other. Great community and platform. And that's what it's about, y'all. It's not a competition style. This is everybody's learning from everybody. You really can't compete with a track that you don't know what nobody's playing. It's like everybody's playing blindly to a stem, and then we put it all together on an episode. So it's all about learning how everybody thinks, anticipating what somebody's gonna do on the next episode. It's really fun. Like, and every episode comes in amazing. So yeah. What up, Ant? Parrish? Yeah. Ant Parrish is like the MD for like every major artist that's out. But yeah, and I was just telling them, man, just take the gig. You know, some people are scared to take that first gig. They feel like they're not ready. But if somebody call somebody for a gig, that means they think that you are ready. They know. They're not just calling you because. Let me ask you this, Ant Parrish. If you call somebody for a gig, are you calling them because you don't think they're ready? And you just want to see? Do you pick up the phone and be like, this person probably ain't ready. Let me see if he's ready. Let me call him and see if he want to go on tour. Is that what you're thinking when you call somebody? Or are you calling somebody because you know they got the ability to do what you need them to do? He said... Exactly. So, just take the gig, y'all. You think these MDs gonna put their life on the line for somebody they don't think can do it? Man. Come on, man. Thus, why didn't you answer my call? What you talking about? You didn't call me. What you talking about? Tamil, you did not call me. When did you call me? I didn't get no call from you today. Yeah. But I will call you back if you did. Ant Parrish says, I've done my research and they're ready. Thank you. I'm not lying, y'all. All right. Now, Ant, if you call somebody, we're just doing a little verification here. If you call somebody and they tell you, man, I love to do the gig, man, but I'm just not ready, man. I'm gonna have to decline because I just don't feel confident in doing it. I'm gonna have to pass. Like, I'm just gonna have to pass. You tell me, are you gonna keep begging them to do it? Or are you gonna be like, man, come on, man, I know you can do this? Or no, they tell you, man, hit me back in like 2 months, man. I'll be ready then. You gonna hit them back? Tamil said, I'm not calling them ever again. You gonna call them back? You gonna wait 2 months and call them back? You gonna tell the artist, hey man, I got this dude. He fired, but he ain't ready just yet. But I'm gonna hit him. We're gonna hold off on the tour for 2 months, and we're gonna get back. We gotta have this dude. Ann said, I'll tell them right after that they'll never be ready then. See, I'm not lying, y'all. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm trying to. Y'all worried about about flopping and never getting called again, but y'all, the worst thing is to just miss the call. Oh, okay. We're not talking about medical situation. Yeah, that's totally different. Yeah. But other than that, Tamil says she's never calling again. Yeah, like nobody's waiting for you to get ready. They're not waiting for you to get ready mentally in your mind because you don't know. They're not calling you no more. That's missing the call. So if you don't take anything else I'm saying, what's worse? Them never calling you again or you never answering the call? Just think about it. Just sit there for a minute. What's worse? Them never calling you again or you never answering the call? Mm. All right. I appreciate that confirmation from Tamil and Ant. He said both are terrible. You're right. They both are terrible. But at least if you answered it, you can say you did it. But if you never answered it, you're just gonna be living in regret. That ain't fun. Like failure is better than regret. I don't care what nobody say. I'd rather try it and fail than regret never doing it. Because at least you learn. You don't learn nothing from regret really, other than that the next time you need to go and do it. But at least the experience you have, you know. So yeah, I'm done. If y'all missed it, just catch the replay. Or just go back and watch it after I post this on my page. Hope this helped somebody. If it did, I ain't asking you to send me no money. Just take the gig. That's all I'm saying. Just take the gig. That goes for everybody. I don't care what you're doing. You're doing makeup, you don't feel confident, take the gig. You're doing whatever, just take the gig. If they ask you to do it, they like what you do. So give them what you do. All right. I'm out of here. Love y'all. Let me figure out how to end these lives because it's been a long time since I've done one. Yep. So, somebody did ask me, when is the What's Your Take episode 8 airing? There is a change. So what's going to be on Monday the 20th? I think that's the day. Yeah. It's going to be on Wednesday the 22nd. All right. Wednesday the 22nd. I'll give y'all the exact time, but it's going to be on Wednesday the 22nd. All right. I'll hit you up with a time. Download the Scale Junkie app. I'll be sending out notifications. It's free, y'all. Just download it. If you're a musician, you need it anyway. It's free. And I'll update everybody on there. I'm out of here. Peace.